Hi, welcome again. Another video from Business Analyst Guru. Thank you very much for all the support that you've been providing so far. The viewership for subscribe versus non-subscribe has gone up from 12 to 16%. That is a phenomenal growth in the last couple of weeks. So thank you very much. But today I want to talk about excuses. What are those reasonings or mindset that we have created for us that create that particular problem, which is excuses, right? uh, every one of us has a way of justifying why I cannot go ahead and take care of things the way I want to. I have a lot of work, I have this, I have that. All these are excuses. I will explain mathematically how these could be resolved, or how you can at least think about it as a problem and not just justify your situation by excuses, right? For example, a lot of these excuses stem from, hey, I have no idea how to get started. I don't have the knowledge, I don't have the background of this. I don't have any friends that are in this particular field that could guide me and take care of this. It's an excuse, right? How many of you have actually picked up yourself, put yourself in front of a computer and search for information on Google, on YouTube, on any platform that you could think of? Is that hard? It is not. You will get a lot more information than you would have thought of. The problem would now change to, where do I focus on, what do I try to do, and how do I take care of it from here. These are problems that even I faced when I was starting up. But you don't get bogged down. You don't just stop and try and put yourself in a shell saying that, hey, some savior is going to come and help me to get out of the shell. No one is going to come, my friend. It's going to be you and yourself that is going to try and get yourself out of there. Another excuse or problem that a lot of people face is, I just don't have the time. I'm barely meeting ends and I'm spending hours on job. When I come back, I have my family that I have to take care of. When do you think that I would have the time? Really? That's your excuse? Come up with a better excuse at least. Let's look at it this way, okay? I had the same excuse while I was starting up as well. When I was starting up, I had a job with a gas station. It required me to focus at least 8 hours a day on one of the gas station that I was working on. Immediately I had to jump in my car, go to another one, have another 6 hours to take care of another one out there. Where would I be right now? Taking care of a gas station? Maybe be talking about how to be efficient, as keying in the details associated with that particular machine that I'm using to do the tabulation for the check that I'm going to generate. I don't know. But look at it this way. You have 24 hours in a day. Maybe 8 hours, which is of course required to relax and sleep rather than watch television, go through Facebook, go through all these unproductive things that we have become so addicted to nowadays. You still have 16 hours a day, 7 days a week. Remember, 7 days a week that you can figure out what to do and how you are going to take care. Let's assume that 12 hours a day you're working your ass off even to meet those meager needs. Okay, great. But you still have 4 hours a day. Let's assume that you spend another hour going back and forth and doing all these chores, like going to the grocery store and taking care of the basic necessities. That still leaves you 3 hours a day for 7 days a week. That is 21 hours a week. That is 84 hours a month. What can't be accomplished in 84 hours a month? So, not having time, I have to take care of my kids, They have to go to the school, I have to prepare lunch, I have to take care of a job, I have to take care of. You have to take care of this, my friend, but the idea is, when will you draw that line? When will you try to do something out of your comfort zone that would actually get you in that ship where you want to be? No one is going to come and, coax you out of there. Even while we're doing all this, when you say you don't have time for this and you don't have time for this, do you watch movies? You do, right? Do you spend useless amount of time on Facebook and Twitter and things like that? You do. Do you have time for socializing? You do. You have time. Everyone has time. Everyone has the opportunity to use that time in a more productive manner. Yes, you will have to make sacrifices, but nothing great has ever come out without committing yourself to a sacrifice. If you want to reduce weight, you have to sacrifice. You have to put yourself to the pain to go to that gym, hit that specific treadmill and try and see how you can, burn those calories that you ridiculously kept on adding when you are not thinking about what you're doing. In my case, do you think I am a person that does not have excuses? Of course I do. I have excuses for every little thing that I would try to get away with, which I feel is not important right now. I continuously have to work on creation of new products, right? But I get bogged down. Oh my god, I have to market, or I have to create these videos so that I get that eyeballs on my channel to keep pushing for at least my basic products. But is that enough? No, it's not enough. This is where I've gotten. This is just the base or the launch pad where I want it to be, but I have to go way further. How do I get rid of these excuses? Instead of focusing on 10 different things, I will try to boil it down to one thing at a time that I need to focus on. I'm currently creating courses on Agile, courses on Salesforce, courses on interviewing for business analysis in healthcare, business analysis in finance. If I start thinking about everything at once, I'm not going to finish anything at all. So who's going to come and rescue me? No one is going to come and rescue me. No one is going to come and rescue you. It's you who are going to be required to take care of yourself. So stop living the life in excuses. Get out of those excuses. Those 3 hours that I talked about, okay, you don't have to spend all the 3 hours. Spend at least an hour every day focusing on self-development. Not necessarily just focusing on business analysis or any specific field that you've chosen, but something that you add additional value towards yourself. Something that you learned new that made you a better person than what I was yesterday. Unless you spend that self-help 1 hour a day, I don't think you're going to grow as a person. It is very important to grow. If you don't grow, you're already decaying, and pretty soon you're going to become a piece of tool that is useless and is so redundant that no one even wants to think about that it still exists. Do you want to be part of that? Do you want to have a life that has no other way but converting those hours into hourly dollars? What are you making? As a gas station owner, I used to make $6.50 an hour. I used to be happy because I was making money. I was not sitting on my ass. But that had a ceiling, right? Even if I worked 24 hours a day, even if my gas station owner would become so benevolent that he would pay me $10 an hour, the ceiling was $240 a day, which would translate to around $1,500 a week, which would translate to around $6,000. But was that sustainable? Can I keep working for 24 hours a day? No. So a max of, let's say, 12 hours a day would convert into $3,000 salary. Is that enough to survive in this kind of time frame? It would be enough to pay your bills. It would be enough if you're living in a area where the cost of living is not too high. That's not enough to live a life. You cannot go to clubs, you cannot go to restaurants and not worry about looking at the right hand side, figuring out how much the tabulation of the bill is going to generate. Suddenly, if you have a health issue, you don't have that capacity to take care of yourself based on that. So, this is what I did. When I was doing this, I worked my ass off for 5 days. I did not worry about studies or anything because it was too tiresome, too cumbersome. Around 16, 17 hours, I'm working like an ass. But I made sure my Saturdays and Sundays were all clear. No work on those days. I focused only on getting myself up to the mark. I literally had to go from Oklahoma City, drive myself to Dallas, or certain times I won't have a car. I would have to take the train from Oklahoma City to Dallas City. Someone would pick me up from Dallas and get myself trained in technology that would get me beyond the $6 an hour job. That's necessary, right? The idea is I want to go at least 4-5 times ahead. That would give me that breathing space. It would give me that focused area where I can work only for those 8 hours and I can still grow faster, quicker, higher, more further, so that I could, create a legacy for myself. I could create a way by which I could help others to take care of their problems and issues. But this will not happen unless you are going to commit yourself to this growth pattern. Very important. Forget about any technology, any problems or issues that you have, family, or you have to take care of X, Y, and Z. Agreed. That's all a fact. That's all a truth. But there is always a way out. There is always a way. The way is going to come only and only when you commit to it. Are you looking for a solution? Or are you just looking at excuses? Are you just trying to justify that, boss, you know what, today I'm so tired, I cannot handle this, I cannot take care of this. If you're saying this to yourself, then you are really tired. How difficult is it for 30 minutes, for 60 minutes? Just pick up a book, open your laptop, or talk to someone who has a better understanding of the functionality than you do and see where you can get from there. Even people who have gone through my training have those excuses. I give them assignments. These assignments have to be completed in your favor, because when you do the assignment, I can give you feedback that you're good, you're bad, you need to focus here, focus there. I could give you some suggestions. But when you come and show up to the class without the assignment being done, stating all kinds of excuses, all I can say to you is you missed an opportunity, because you now have no idea how to do that work and what kind of problems you're going to face while doing that work. And after you have completed whatever work that you were able to complete, you have no idea how it can be fixed. You're looking at third-party people to see what their work looked like and what feedback I'm providing to them. You will learn from that as well, but that will be nothing closer than you doing that grunge work and me telling you where your work was and where your work should be. So, I'll not take much more of your time. Thank you very much for listening to this rant. I myself also struggle thoroughly with excuses. You look at me, right? In the last couple of months, I have been struggling to put on weight, right? I'm working out, I'm eating right, but it's still a struggle. I don't see results. And when you don't see immediate results, we have become a society that needs immediate feedback. And I should take a pill and boom, something should happen. But life does not come up this way. It takes time. It takes some amount of dedication to go through it. So Every day is a struggle. Every day I have to make sure that I don't fall in that trap of let's have a cheat day today. Let's just relax today. Maybe my body needs some time to chillax today. So those problems exist with everybody. You will fix the problem when you appreciate that there is a problem. When you justify your excuses for why you cannot do something and you're happy with your justification, there is no problem. If there is no problem, you're not going to solve anything. So look at your life, find out where those problems exist, and try and tweak them in a way that you can take care of the fundamentals. Alright, thank you very much. I do have a live session that I will be having at 3 p.m. today, which will talk a little bit about Q&A and try to focus on how we're going to get those answers resolved and responded. So come, ask me the questions that you have. I may not be able to answer every question that you're going to throw up, but at least 2 or 3 live I'll be able to answer those questions. And again, another reminder, in the description you will find the registration link for the Thursday session. If you're on the fence about whether I should or I should not, whether it is something that is doable or not, come to this class. This class is completely free, at least for that first session. But it would give you an excellent outlook of what exactly is installed in this particular training program. And because you are going to attend, I will be able to provide you a special offer that I don't do when someone picks up the phone call and just calls me up and says, hey, I'm interested. So Thursday, 7:30 p.m. The link for the webinar is in the description. It is also present in several other videos. If not, call me up. My number is 571-522-9999. My cell phone. You can WhatsApp me or call me directly depending on where you are in the world. Thank you very much. I really, really, really appreciate all the love and support that you have been providing me. But it's still just 16%. Growth of 4, almost 33% increase. But 16 is still much less than 100. Please subscribe so that I get that confirmation that the work that I'm putting in is what is required to go on and take care of it. Thank you very much.